Hello everybody, it looks like I've already got 2 people in the chat, which is always cool. I didn't even know it had done anything like notify anybody already. Anyway, so I'm just having a cup of tea. This is my other gift that I got for Christmas, actually. I really like this one. This is my heat-sensitive Space Invaders mug, so when you put tea in it, it shows up all the little Space Invaders. I love this cup, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, for this video, I thought I'd do what I said I was going to do the last time and actually show off some of the Botcon figures that I got, because I don't know what other videos to do these days, really. I want to do some more videos, but it's finding the time and the motivation to do them. So I've got a week off in about 3 weeks, so I'm probably going to do a couple of videos, and I have no idea. I've got some Zoids comics ones I still need to finish off and stuff like that, so I don't know. Anyway, right, so I'm going to kick off in a moment. Just let's see if a few other people turn up. Otherwise, you've only got to sort of like maybe go over figures and stuff. Anyway, so if anyone's got any quick questions they want to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll make a start in a minute. Otherwise, I'll probably end up just rambling on like I normally do. I'll tell you one thing I've got to get actually, quick. Is my son. My son loves a YouTuber called Unspeakable. I don't know if anyone has heard of him. Maybe not, because mainly he does Minecraft playthrough videos. Hey Rudy, how you doing? And Overlord 007. Yeah, he likes this guy called Unspeakable who does Minecraft sort of like playthrough videos and other silly videos. Some are quite funny, some are really weird. Anyway, but he absolutely loves him. And then I told him, obviously, his daddy is a YouTuber as well. And he kicked off. He said, you're not as popular as Unspeakable and things like that. And so we bought him like for Christmas and just before Christmas, actually, just because we wanted to. We bought some of the Unspeakable merchandise, like a hat and things. So then I'm going to go and get Jack a Collector 75 hat just to really wind him up. Oh, can't wait for that. Yeah. Hey Dean Rock, how you doing? All right? Oh dear, what was that? That's a notification from eBay. Hopefully I've sold something, but who knows? So anyway, we got 4 people, and I'm sure you're getting bored of me prattle on. So we'll make a start, I think. So I've got 2 boxes of Botcon toys and a few other little bits from a few other conventions. And as we go through them, I'll talk about where I got them from and probably bore everyone to death. And you'll soon be switching off. Anyway, right, so the first one I've got in this box, I did it show before, it's pink Megatron Transmutate variant. I've shown that one before, so I won't go on about that one. But it is a nice figure. eBay notification, rabbit hole. Well, I'm actually trying to sell some things before I buy them, even though there's a black Dalek that I want, but it's outrageously overpriced at £180. But I do want it. It is such a nice looking Dalek. Yeah, so I'm tempted, but if I can sell some other bits, who knows? I might have a go at it. I don't know. Actually, need a shade, and I just realised that. So I'm looking over here, but the camera's over here. Anyway, right, yeah. So anyway, can't get my bloody words out. Right, so we're gonna make a start. Where should I start? We are going to start on this one. Make sure everyone can see it. This is Megazarak. Now, this is after Botcon sort of finished. Back in 2004, and Hasbro tried doing their own convention, as far as I remember, called the, has it got it what it's called on here? Nope. That's what, here we go. And let's have a look. The Transformers, the official Transformers Collectors Convention. And this was on the July 30th to August the 1st, 2004 in Chicago, Illinois. And this is one of the exclusive figures. I can't even say what I'm bloody talking about today. It's not like last week and I had a drink. I mean, you've got that excuse. But anyway, but this was Megazarak and is a repaint of the Armada Megatron Galvatron. But has had the electronics taken out. But it's still a lovely, lovely looking figure. I can't remember how much I paid for this, about £60. I think I tried knocking the guy down, but I don't think he would come down. If he did, it was only a couple of pounds. So it's about 65 quid. It's quite a nice little figure. I was actually really pleased I got that one. Right, so where are we going to go next? We're going to go... Showing this one off a couple of weeks ago. This is Night Racer from Botcon 95. Was the first sort of official what's the word I'm looking for? Figure that was a new character given away at a convention, because the previous one was just the Generation 2 Botcon Brawl. What's his name? Breakdown. So this is the first new figure that was given away at a convention. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So have a look. Talking of Daleks, give me a second because it's just disappeared. I don't think I've ever asked you who your Doctor Who is. Being that we are roughly the same age, I wonder if we share the same. Yes, it is Peter Davison. He's the one that I grew up with and remember the most. But as I got older, obviously it was Colin Baker and then mainly Sylvester McCoy, which a lot of people don't like, but I actually really like Sylvester McCoy. I thought he was a very good Doctor, if very weird. But I really liked him. So, you know, but it was mainly Peter Davison. That's who, from a young child, I remember the most. Anyway, right, back to this one. So that was Night Racer. Very expensive toy, but I did get from the same seller. He was giving out the little magazine that came with it from Botcon 1995, which I love. I love retro stuff like that. I love it. So I'm going to pop that over there. I think I showed this off in my last live stream just quickly. This is a breakdown using the Classics universe, whatever it was, mold of Sideswipe. I can't remember if it was a knockoff or not. It doesn't come with the bio card or anything, so I've got a feeling it might have been. Dean Rock. I don't follow Doctor Who. How many Doctors are we up to now? So I think it's 13. I think it's the Lady Doctor now, which I don't mind, but I feel they do it for all the wrong reasons. I feel it's just political correctness. Just, you know, I don't agree with it really. But from what I saw of it, it was all right. It wasn't too bad. You know, it was no worse than some of the other really crap episodes, or if you know what I mean. But it was no good than some of the other good episodes. It was just all right. So if you can get over the fact that, I'm sure you'll like it. It's just, I was trying to watch it. But my son, I was trying to watch it with my son because we were trying to get my son into sort of different things. And he quite enjoyed it. But then I told him about, maybe you should watch some of the older episodes. And so they said there's a really good episode that you should watch with David Tennant, who was the Doctor. And it was called, it was the one with the Weeping Angels. And we watched it and it frightened the life out of him. Almost to the fact where he had to sleep in our bed, in me and my wife's bed, because he wouldn't sleep in his own bed because he was too scared, for 3 months. So after that, by the time I got him back to sleeping in his own bed, I said, never again, never again. Nobody says Paul McGann. Funny that. Well, he's only Paul McGann. He's only in it for one episode. I think that's probably why. And it was a particularly bad episode as well. That didn't do him justice. It was very, I don't know. It was just too different. It was just too different from the core thing. I didn't really like it, to be fair. But I thought he was good. I did like Paul McGann. And it's a shame because it would have been cool if they could do some more. I know there was a thing they did. Was it an online thing where he regenerates into, is it the War Doctor? I can't remember. Or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, but, you know, I thought he was all right. And I used to like that series that his brother was in. I can never remember it. But it's about him where he's a housekeeper. Some weird comedy. I can never remember the name of it. But I always remember that. Just not the name. Anyway, so that was a knockoff Botcon. Keep calling him bloody breakdown. But it's keep calling him do you know what? I'm giving up my name. Let's forget about that. Right, so then that is a McDonald's movie Ironhide. Throw that over there. Not interested in that. Where are we going to go next? I did show this off last time, but I'm going to get it out of the bag this time. No other comments was there. No, here you go. The Upper Hand. Well done, King Potato people. That was it. The Upper Hand. Yes, that was it. God, I remember that. Must have been about 12, 13, and I used to watch that. It was on about 7 o'clock. Just around the same time. What was that other one with? Oh God, I can't think of his bloody name. Oh, do you know what? Forget it. But there was another comedy which I used to like watching. It will come back to me in a minute. I always forget the names. Anyway, see, it's all I'm thinking about now. Anyway, so this is Botcon 97? No, Botcon 98 Antagony, and I love the box. I'm a big Beast Wars fan. I was contemplating doing a video today on my Beast Wars figures. I can't get to them all, but I could get to quite a few. But I decided on Antagony. And she is another female character, and she turns into a black ant and is fantastic. It gives a little bio of what's happening in the Beast Wars and who all the current characters are from the Botcon sort of continuity. But it is a great looking figure. And the good thing about some of these Botcon stuff is just the effort they put into the boxes, if anything. I just loved it. Let's have a look. She is a Predacon, Antagony, function, chemical warfare. Her motto is prepare for Armageddon. And she's some sort of strange character. I can't remember everything, but it's just glorious. I love the box. I really do like it. Right, so I'm going to put that back in there. There we go. I'm going to put that, seal that up. Let's have a look. I still wish they did flip up boxes. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. Quantum Surge. I remember my first Botcon. Give me a second. That just disappeared. Now TFCon fills the gap. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Botcon's gone. But at least there are other conventions that people can go to, because I try, well, these days, I try to go to as many conventions as I can. But it's finding the money and the time, unfortunately, these days. But when you're there, you have such a good time, and just being immersed in the hobby that you love, really, that takes over everything. And there's other people there that you can interact with. And that makes all the difference. It makes it so you're not just on your own. Because for years I was just on my own. I mean, I'm quite a shy person, believe it or not. Some people don't think so, but I am. And I used to go to these conventions, and I didn't talk to anyone. I was too afraid to talk to anybody. It was only really when I started doing this, and then I went to Auto Assembly 2009, that did I really talk to anyone, really. You know, so, but it makes all the difference. It made my convention in 2009. Just because I was talking to people. Shame I never went back after that. It's just that so much stuff happened in my life. I moved in with my girlfriend, who is now my wife, and I just never had the money really, because I was saving up to buy a house. Then we had a child, and then all my money just disappeared. And it was only a few years ago that really, because Rollout Roll Call was literally about a 10-minute drive away from me, that I started going back, and I met some other people. Obviously, you follow me on YouTube and that. And then I realised, wow, I didn't realise I had such a sort of, not following as such, but some people really recognised me, really. And I found that very humbling, really, because believe me, I don't do this for fame or anything. I don't give a toss about that. I do it because, well, I don't know. I just like sharing your collection. I love watching other people's, what they get and what they've got, especially the old stuff. I love the old stuff. That's why Rudy's a zoo. I think Rudy's got a great channel, because he's not just Transformers. He'll bring some other element. Like a long time ago, he showed off a pinball game that I had when I was a kid, and I've forgotten all about it. And I used to love that pinball thing. It drove my family fucking nuts, to the extent when all the batteries ran out on it, and I would ask my mum and dad, I'd say, you got any batteries for this? No, we ain't got none of those batteries. And I was up shit creek. And eventually it got thrown away. Don't know how that happened. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a look, see if I missed any comments. Here we go. Quantum Surge. When I went to TFCon, I got Combiner Wars Megatron, MPM Bumblebee, and Legends RC. Great toys. Now let's have a look. I've got the Combiner Wars Megatron. I do have a knockoff of that one. Don't have the Masterpiece Bumblebee, and I don't have a Legends RC. But I've got to admit, I do like the Combiner Wars Megatron. It's has very odd looking legs, but I do like it as actually a toy. It's quite cool. Let's have a look. King Potato Pete. I think the old Botcon stuff felt like higher quality. Yes, I've heard so many dodgy things about, like, I'm going to show one off in a bit later. I think it's the Transmutate 3 Megatron that it can break easily or something like that. But you know, the older stuff just seemed exactly like the quality you'd find the stuff you're buying in the shops, which was better quality than today's stuff. So there you go. Right, I cannot remember what I was talking about, so I'm just going to move on. We have, this is Botcon. Oh my god, is this the official Transformers Collectors Club as well? It may very well be, because this is the expanded universe one, Cyclonus, which is a repaint of Beast Machine's Jetstorm, the Ultra figure. But it just looks so cool in the Cyclonus colours. Yeah, it does come with an old style tech spec, which I quite liked at the time. Would I buy it these days? No, I wouldn't have I'm only buying certain things these days. I wouldn't have bought this because I had no affiliation or thing to the expanded universe or anything like that. So I doubt if I'd bought it this stage. Back then I was buying stuff just because I had the money and I was a bit of a completionist, so to speak. So, but these days, no. I actually sold on my Botcon figures a while ago, which was the I picked up a flame war from one of them, and then I realised, well, was it a flame war? It might have been another one. It was one of those ones though. And I realised, well, I didn't really like it, so I sold it. And I sold another couple of bits. I should have kept some other bits, but I'll come on to that later. Anyway, right, so we have got, did I miss one? Haha, the atomic pinball. Yeah, that's the one. That was it. Yes, that's it. Here we go. Right, so Quantum Surge. My TFCon events seem to be every other year. Should be easier to save money as I have to repay loans when I newly bought that. See, that's the thing as well. See, I'm always constantly paying back money to someone. You should see my credit card statements. I try and pay them off, but then I see something else I want and I can't say no. I'm really bad. Let's have a look. Quantum Surge also said that Cyclonus looks gorgeous. Didn't think Beast Machine's Jetson would make for an unexpectedly radical Cyclonus. Yeah, I know. It's a bit of an odd one, but it does look good. I do like it. I mean, as far as looking like, say, the TV series Jetstorm, it doesn't look anything really like him, apart from the head sculpt, maybe. But as a Cyclonus, it's fine because it's not trying to be Jetstorm. Yeah, you know. Right, okay, so we're going to move on, but it does look cool. This is another one I picked up. Can't remember when I picked this up. It's about 7 years ago. I can't remember. Can I get it out of this bag or not? It don't matter. I'll just show you in the bag. This is it a Tokyo Toy exclusive, Toy Show exclusive? I don't know. Well, mate. And this is Dreadwing and Smokescreen. Now, this is obviously Revenge of the Fallen, Mindwipe, and wherever that other fella was. But it's done in a blue colour to homage the G2 Dreadwing, who was the stealth bomber, obviously. And I really like it. I really liked it. I had to get it. It's pretty damn cool, mainly because I just love Generation 2 and just seeing anything back then with the G2 logo. I couldn't say no. Couldn't say no to it. Yeah, so that's all right. So that's in there. Let's see if there's any other comments. No, not at the moment. That's cool. Right, so we're going to move on. We've got a couple more bits in this box and then you put them away. Right, so we are going to go with, now this one was a bit of a dodgy one. I won this off eBay and a couple of other bits. They were going on their bite now for like £80 each, and I thought, sod that. But they did have a zero bidding, and I managed to win them all. I won them all for just around £100 for the three, or something like 120 for the three. When I got to the shop, because I picked them up at a shop in, God, where was it? I don't know now. Somewhere just up the road, just North London. Watford, maybe. There's some shop up there, I can't remember. I think it's still going, so I don't know what it was now. But this is I think it's again the Transformers Collectors, the official Transformers Collectors Convention. This was, but it's bad quality. I'll show you in a minute. This is using the RID Sideswipe, whoever it was, mould, a Sunstreaker. And it was kind of cool. Yeah, so they tried charging me for full price. They said, yeah, the bloke goes, yeah, that'll be like 380 quid. No way, I won off eBay for 100 quid, mate. It was all right. He was a bit gutted about it. So anyway, but I've never got the figure out of the box. But the plastic they used for this, it's like fucking, not even paper thin. It is like fucking, I don't know what you fucking call that, but blow on it. I mean, it's coming away at the side here. I had to actually unscrew it, unstick it, because it had been badly sealed down, and I had to reseal it. But I do have the other one. Let's see if I can get this one out of this. I put them in these little boxes to protect the things. So there is Sideswipe, same mold and everything. I think I may have opened this, and one of these might have been missing the actual weapons. And so I contacted the shop, and they did send me the replacements as far as I remember. But you know, right, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it in these little things. See, I made this in my own little protective box for it and everything. Because I was like that. A bit sad. Anyway, right, so we'll stick that back in there. Hopefully that'll keep it safe. Right, then the last one I actually bought from this same shop. Now, this is the one I preferred. This is the one, if I'm honest, I really wanted. But I don't think it was the rarer. I think the Sunstreaker was the rarer one. Oh, look at this. I can't even get it out since we fucking ruined the box now. Right, so I got it out and I fucked up everything trying to get it out. Right, so this was Shadow Striker and Roulette, also using the RID molds. I can't think it was Sideburn or something like that. Pretty good figures. I did hear something about them. You got to be careful with them. I can't remember what that was. That was a very long time ago, so I've forgotten all about that. But they are very nice, and it comes in a very nice set. But again, the plastic here, you know, the plastic coating, whatever it's called, was paper thin and not very well stuck on. So anyway, so that was them. It's back in it. No, we'll. Oh, right, I've got to move that way, so I've got to put them back in. So we'll stick that over there. Bear with me for 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves and all that. I'll stick them down there. I'll tell you what we'll do. Stick them upside down for now, and I'll just reorganise these a bit later. Put it in there. This one. That's right. There's only a KO. It'll be alright. It can go in there. Megazarak can go over there. You can just pop down there. And Megatron can go somewhere here now. Yeah, let me find that. Oh, that's about it for now. Right, so you can go on there. Right, so we're going to put that up there. Right then, that's on there. Now we're going to come to my other one. I'll just scoot over. There we go. Any other comments? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Rudy, I wonder if the TTFC Transformers collector will ever make a comeback. I can imagine all day long that many repaints for Siege. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. If I'm to, I think it will come back. Probably not. I can't see it. I just can't see it. I don't know why. It's a shame, really, that the lines that come out now weren't coming out 10 years ago. Because I really do think that would be so much better than some, or rather the quality would have been so much better on these figures and a lot more people would have liked it. But there we go. Right, so where should I start? I'm going to start with another one of my favourites I picked up for the last ever Botcon, which was... Are you seriously hiding a Raiden up in the loft? Well, that one there. Yeah, I'll come back to that one in a moment, I'm sure. Anyway, so this was the last ever Botcon Combiner Wars Triperadicus or Predicus. I don't know why they didn't call it Triperadicus. Maybe there's a copyright or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's because there's 5 figures. They couldn't call it Triperadicus. But it's the Triperadicus Council, and I loved it. Which character do you collect the most of, or just can't say no? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not really a character person, though I do collect a lot of Brawls. I do like Brawl for some reason. I do have a lot of Brawls and the Combaticons. So they're my kind of thing. If I really can't say no to them, to be fair. I think that's probably actually what it would be. Other than that, I don't really collect like a character mold of anything, and I don't go mental. Like, I haven't got to get every single figure. If I see one cheap, then I'll buy it. Like I really want the leader class Brawl from the first movie, the Deep Desert one. If I could see that cheap, I'd buy it, but I haven't got it. I'm not that fussed about going to find it either. But yeah, you know, so that's probably what I would go for. Anyway, yeah, so this was the last ever Botcon thing. I bought that for about 200, I can't remember, maybe 250, I can't remember. Unfortunately, though, the guy kept the little pin out of it. I was a bit gutted, really. It's my own fault, because I could have bought another one that had the pin, but I went for that one. So, yeah. Anyway, but that is a cool set, and I love it. I absolutely love it. You can make me a cup of tea, I think. How's the dog? Well, you're watching TV. That's not on. Anyway. Oh dear, now if Jack was on you. If only Jack was here. You could see his YouTube with that little one red now. Anyway, next one. Let's have a look. We've got Black Creeper. Oh, if only that was Jack. If only that was. Anyway. This is at my Botcon. Sandstorm, and I love this one when I got this. I paid quite a lot of money for this, and unfortunately it's gone a lot down in price. You can pick it up a lot cheaper, but I do like it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right, so this one comes in the style of like a journal, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. So it's got his bio and everything on the back. He's a noble Predacon. I'm not quite sure exactly what it's supposed to be. But if you open it up, it's so cool because then look, you've got like pictures of this is straight out of the old G1 cartoon. And everything. You've got like text of what he's been writing and everything. You got the figure there, and it's absolutely brilliant. And he's obviously a repaint of Beast Wars Scorponok. I love it. Absolutely love it. Like I say, I can't remember how much I paid for this. This is from Botcon 99. I paid about 150, 200 for him, and the other one that I'll show in a minute. But these days you can get it for like 40 quid or something like that. I don't know. Shame really, but I don't care because I really like it. It's one of my favourites, and that's what I mean about Botcon. When they were doing it, they made probably more effort on the boxes, or just as much effort on the boxes as they did the actual toys, which is pretty cool. And it makes them, you want to keep them in the box because you don't want to ruin them. You don't want to ruin them. Hey, TF Fangeek, correct on such a rare Transformers figures. Well, I just sort of collected them over the years, really. It's just, it's just what you collect. And probably let's sort of that one is incredible. Yeah, it's, I mean, they don't make them like that anymore. They don't, and that's why I love that one. Even though, like I say, probably negative equity on that one. I don't care because I love it and I've got value out of it over the years just by loving it and looking at it and thinking, wow, that is so cool. And that is another reason why I love Beast Wars, because they made some great Beast Wars Botcon stuff. So these are all just toys that really I've accumulated, really. I don't go out of my way like to get rare stuff. Sometimes I do, but not because it's rare, just because I want the bloody thing, to be fair. It has to speak to me. I'll tell you what, this one has to speak to me. I have no real affiliation with the actual toy so much, but it was the character. Now, this is Double Punch, but it's obviously the Energon Scorponok. And this is recoloured into be Double Punch, the Action Master Double Punch, rather than the... Obviously, that was a retake on Black Zarak, obviously. But this one is very much the Double Punch. It's got the neon pink and green and everything and the black. And I went out my way to get it. I didn't pay over the odds for it. I paid a fair price, so 40 quid, 50 quid, I don't know, something like that. But it's a very cool figure, and the quality on it's really good. Absolutely stonking figure, and I love that figure. I loved it. I've got the Dark Scorponok and the Scorponok, and the Dark Scorponok I paid £3.57p out of Toys R Us when it was first in there, because they had obviously got a scanning issue with it. And I went up to the till. Should have been for 25 quid for an ultra toy. £25 for an ultra toy. That's how much almost a deluxe toy is these days. It's ridiculous. Went up to the till. £3.50. Yeah, still having that. I should have gone back and bought loads more and stuck them on eBay, but I don't know. I didn't. Should have really. Right. So let's carry on. Oh, I missed some comments there. Let's have a look. Root Wow. That was going. Oh, Double Punch. Nice. Yes, it is a nice one. I do like it. Like I say, I'm a bit of a fan of some toys, and usually I go out my way to try and get others. Right, here we go. Let's have a look what one next. Now, I've got some nice ones in here. These ones, this is a box that I really I really do like, and I haven't looked through this for quite a while actually. Right, here we go. We are going to go for this one now. I'll show them off in a minute. This is some keychains. I've got Tap Out, Glyph and Rook. And hey Larkin, how you doing? Now, I did show off a figure earlier that you'd probably like. I'll see if I can go back to it in a minute quickly. So this is Tap Out, Glyph and Rook, and these were given away at various Botcons. I can't remember exactly what years, maybe about 2003-ish, can't remember. Glyph was the one that you could get if you was just there on the day. You had to be there for the weekend to get Tap Out, and Rook was a Botcon Europe exclusive, but because Rook wasn't actually ready in time for the Botcon Europe, they gave out everyone loads of tap outs and glyphs, so it brought the prices right down on them. And that's where I got my tap out from, and a glyph, and it didn't cost me hardly anything. The Rook was about a tenner, 15 quid, something like that, 20 quid, I can't remember. But there they go, they're all still in their little packets. So that's a Generation 1 tap out. We have Rook, who's a recoloured Wind Charger. And then we got Glyph, which is kind of cool. It's a recoloured Generation 1 Bumblebee. And it's kind of cool. I never opened them. I thought of it. I did have another Rook once because I think I got mine off the. I can't remember what it is now. I can't remember the names. But they live in Ashford, just over the road from me. They usually help run TF Nation. I'll think of their names in a minute. But they're twins and everything. Maybe if someone else. Let's have a look. Oh, you bring out any merch? Well, I'm thinking of it. I'm actually thinking of bringing out a hat and giving it to my son because I'm sure he'd love that. To be fair. As you well know. Anyway, Alpha Prime 88. Hey everyone, Dana, I'm too late to the show, but you have soon. Well, yeah, I've only done one box, but I'm still on to some really good stuff. So, and how long will be on now? Half an hour. I'll probably be on for ages yet. Because my wife doesn't want to watch the film that I wanted to watch. Yes, you know you are. Anyway, where are we going now? We are going to go for this one. Now, I picked this one up. This is this is the Transmetal 3 Megatron from, I think it was also Botcon 2016, but I didn't get mine from there. I got mine from Rollout Roll Call 2016. Mainly because it was offered again there, and it was such a good deal. It was like £200, bought you this, an entry ticket, and one other one. I think it was Air Razor. I should have kept the Air Razor, but I sold the Air Razor. And I think I got the other one as well. I can't remember. But I know this ended up, I got lots of my money back. So I got my entry and this for 40 quid. So I must have sold two figures for like £70 each. Or 60 quid or something. I can't remember what it was. But it was like 40 quid this cost me. And at the time, those were going for like £300. But I love it. It's just obviously the RID Megatron Galvatron. But because of they've redone the head sculpt, it can't do the bat mode, I think, or something like that. But it's cool. And I think this one has said that you've got to be careful on the joints because the plastic can snap or something. I don't know. But whether it does or not, I don't know. But either way, I just love it because it's a Beast Wars Megatron, even though there's no such thing as a Transmetal 3, and it's, don't make sense for continuity for me. Is another thing that they could tell they were just trying to push something. I don't know. Right, so let me see if Larkin's still here. He may have gone, I don't know. But if he's still here, I just want to show him this one quickly. So this is the Megazarak. Love it. I do love the colours on this toy. It's a great little coloration of Armada Megatron. Very, very nice figure. Anyway, right, so there we go. I just want to show that off. There we go. Oh, God. Anyway, right, so we're going to put this back down now. Now then, where we got to next? What's this little fella? Oh, yeah, I've got this one as well. It's not really going to show up too well. This is Pterosaur. Combiner Wars Pterosaur. Great figure using the Combiner Wars aerial bot mode. But I could not say no to a Pterosaur. No way was I ever going to pass up a Pterosaur. I think I bought this and that set at the same time, and I think it cost me $250, something like that. I can't remember. It was a while ago now. But he's a nice figure. We have got, I cannot remember what Botcon this is from or wherever, but it's a Legends Skywarp in the old Energon? No, Cybertron sort of moulding, you know, where it's like the kind of Tetrajet. I like that. I think I've got another one down here somewhere. Well, I did have. He's not here at the moment. So we'll go on to, what should we go to next? This is another Beast Botcon one. The Botcon 96 Onyx Primal. There was a couple of variations on this one. You had this one. I don't know if it was TFCon or something. There was another one in a slightly different box, but all the same figure. They're not that rare. You can sort of pick them up, or used to be able to pick them up fairly cheap. Yeah, but anyway, it was a Men in Black production. Don't know what that. I can't remember what they were now, to be honest. Back in the day, long time ago. Right, this set here, you can't really tell what it is. It is a Combiner Wars Magna Boss. And it was a cheaper way of doing another set against Triperadicus. And so what they done is you got a sticker sheet and you had to buy all the Combiner Wars figures. You had to buy Ironhide, Scattershot, and one other. And plus you could get, who is it? You could buy the Botcon, Tigertron, and I think it was A3, something like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I'm keen to say that's probably definitely it. Yes, you had to buy the other figures yourself. The only one I didn't buy was A3, because I just had no interest in that figure at all. Though it seems very expensive now in the aftermarket, even though people at the time could not shift them. So what I done was this. Now I was a bit on my old customization back then. Yeah, so you got a sticker sheet and you had to reapply labels to them combinables figures to make them into whoever the figures were from Magna Boss. But what I did was, I think I've got Tigertron. I think I bought Tigertron. What I'm getting out. Yeah, so there's Tigertron. As you can see, he's got the big Maximal sticker on him and everything. He's quite cool. But for the 4th or 5th figure, I thought I'd do some of my own work. And I thought what I'd do is I took a Combiner Wars Mirage figure and a Combiner Wars drag strip, because I had one going spare. And I decimated my Transmetal 2 Dinobot. And I thought I'd make a Combiner Wars Transmetal 2 Dinobot. So here he is. I put a nice little, don't know if it's going to show up, nice little Predacon logo on him here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. All I did was I swapped out the head. As you can see, there's Transmetal 2's Dinobot's head. And I swapped the shoulders out. So, because Transmetal 2 Dinobot has like red shoulder pads. So I gave him that. And it works quite well. I like it. And yeah, I thought it just goes well with this sort of set, really. But there we go. That is my customization on that figure there. I thought it works. Some people probably don't. I thought it couldn't be any worse than what Botcon were doing at the time, because I couldn't make head nor tail of their continuity on some of those figures either. So I thought it could be no worse than that Transmetal 3 Megatron. That made no sense to me, but it's a cool figure. Right, anyway, there we go. I'm going to give up trying to separate that one. I'll put it back. What else we got down here? We are going to go. I love this one. Oh, bloody hell! This is Tigertron. Is it Tigertron? Yes, Tigertron. Using the mold from the X9 Ravage from the Beast Wars Japan. Just really nice in that white sort of colour. I love it. It was a nice figure. Now these are some cool figures. I do have an optimal, is it a Primal Prime? I do have the recolor of Tarantulas, where he's supposed to be controlled by the Vok, or he's controlling the Vok, something like that. And Triperadicus Agent, I do have him somewhere. But a nice little set. Right, let's pop him up there. Got to try and remember how to get these back in the fucking box. It's like fucking Tetris. And I've got a CAT scan. Using, I think it's one of the best names for a toy ever. Whether you would ever get another toy like it again. But it was a Cheetor figure from Beast Machines called Night/Cheetor. And I thought that is brilliant. Personally, I love things like that, because you could read so much you want into that name. Like, he was desperate on the way home from the pub or something, you know, one night. Just having a Night/Cheetor. I love it. It's funny to me, probably funny to no one else, but there we go. Some absolute gems so far. Really enjoying seeing what you have. Cheers, man. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I was laughing at Night/Cheetor. Anyway, right, so let's continue on. We have one of the best ones that I bought. I bought this for £200, along with another figure, which I'll show off in a minute, and a Generation 1 carded breakdown, which I then sold for about 40 or 50 quid. And because the card was all yellowed. Surprised I got that much for it, really, but, you know, I had no interest in keeping it. This is the Botcon 94 breakdown. And it's still proper sealed on it. Someone's got this on eBay right now for £600, but the thing has been clipped at the fucking side, so I would never buy that anyway. But this is still damn mint on the card and everything. I actually took the sticker off. There was a sticker here covering over it saying Botcon, but it was sort of coming off, and I thought I'd cut it off because I wanted to see the other Stunticons that was offered. Shame they never got released. There's only like 12 in existence or something like that. I'd love a knockoff company to knock them off. To be fair, I think that would be absolutely fucking brilliant. I'd buy a set. Anyway, so that is Botcon 94 breakdown. which is another one I absolutely love. And with it, I bought this one. Now, I've never seen this one again. To be fair, I've not gone looking. And it's not really, I don't know whether it's up a lot of people's alleys or not. But this was from the last ever Botcon back in 2004. But obviously then they restarted up about 3 years later. And they only made 304 of these, which is the Generation 2 Action Master breakdown. Love it. This is using the Action Master Sideswipe mold. It really looks like it's been 3D printed, some of it, because the quality looks a bit suspect, like the feel of the plastic and that. But saying that, I actually have some of the European Action Masters, and the plastic does feel like it's very bobbly. I'm not quite sure why, but it looks kind of cool. I've never seen one after I bought this one, and it's just cool, and I like Action Masters, and that's why it spoke to me. And I'm buying all three of them at the same time, even though I sold one, like the G1. If it had been in mint condition, I'd have probably kept it. But because the plastic was yellowed and it was actually cracked, I thought, nah, let's just get a shot of that. And it, you know, I got more than I was expecting for it, so that made sense. Anyway, any other comments? Just so, no, that's fine. Right, so anyway, what we got going here now? We are going to go down here for a couple of last little bits, really. I ain't got that much more, really. We are going to go here. I've got these from the Big Bad Toy Store when I used to buy them for a lot. Before, I would always get knackered for customs charge and everything. This is the Botcon Japan Double Punch, which is using the Scorponok mold, but is all in red translucent plastic. It was actually broke when I got it. I managed to fix it by gluing it. But Big Bad Toy Store did give me some money off, like a money off voucher, I think. And this is the other one which you got, which was Barbarian. And this figure came into existence because I believe Polar Claw was going to be called Barbarian originally, but they changed its name to Polar Claw. So they thought they'd actually redo that and call him Barbarian. And, you know, it's just kind of cool. Right, so that's them. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but I wanted them at the time because I'm a Beast Wars fan. We're going to go for, I've only got two left now. We are going to go for RC. This is using the Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia mold. Not a big fan of the actual toy. I don't really like it. It's got a stupid gimmick, but it looks very cool. Yeah, it's all right. I'm not a fan of it. Apparently, I don't know if there was two versions of this or there was two versions of the Tigatron one. Saw somewhere one of them came with a talking box. Have no idea what that meant. Have no idea whatsoever. Right, so we've got one more figure, and it's a personal favourite of mine. I've never opened it. I've been very, very tempted to open it, but I never have. But it is a Beast Wars Botcon, what, 2000? Botcon 99? It's probably Botcon 2000. Beast Wars Shokaract. This is using the Transmetal Rampage mold, which is a great toy. I love it. It's one of the only Transformers with proper working tank treads. But it's just, I love it. I love that toy. I wanted to get this, and I can't remember. I found it on eBay a long time ago now. And I love it because they've done the Beast Wars thing, but it's in the vein of the old Japanese boxes. Kind of cool. And just the wording and everything. I just loved it. This collection makes me weep with joy. Well, I'm glad, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's the only reason I do these videos, really, so people enjoy them, really. You know, it's just stuff, you know, people don't always get a chance to see. Not that they could just go and Google the images or whatever, but maybe because they don't know they're there, they, you know, or care for it, really. It's just nice being shown it. That's why I like watching people's videos like this. Anyway, that is it, really. That is all my Botcon stuff. I don't really buy too much these days. I'm not a fan of the Botcon stuff or whatever the TFCon stuff they do these days, because it's all third-party stuff, and I'm not into it. I'm just not into it. I prefer official toys, like if it was made by Hasbro, or Hasbro giving them the, you know, rights to use the official figure. Anyway, but that is it. That is my collection. I've got to try and stuff all this back in this box. Yeah, really. So I'm probably going to end it around here somewhere. I mean, if anyone's got any questions or anything, they just want to ask me about anything, they can, while I'm trying to cram it back in. If not, I will try and get it back in while I'm waiting. And I might show off a few other little bits if I can be bothered and find them. I've got to try and work out. I've got all this in there. Where's Tigertron go? Tigertron went somewhere. I think he went here. Or did he go down the side? No. Nope, he went there. Right, so Tigertron went there. This little fella went round here. Do you have a Holy Grail? One that I've not purchased or one that I currently have. And I will answer that question. There's other few bits. I can hear the wind outside. It's very windy tonight. Put him there. Who else we got? We got Cat Scan. I just love Night Slash Cheetah. Right, he went there. This bloke went down here somewhere. I think he went top. Come on, you. I've got odd bits in there. Out the way. Right, let's get you back in. Here we go. But I'll tell you what, I'll answer anyway. My Holy Grail is, I've got a few bits, apart from some of the normal bits that I don't have. I'd like a Grand Maximus. Looks like it'd be a human-sized game of Tetris in your loft. Yeah, it actually is. I'll tell you this now. To get to a box, I've got to move some bits out of the way, slide some other forwards, then get to that. I've got to try and clear it out because my brother, not my brother, my son isn't into trains so much anymore, and so he's told me he needs to put them on the loft. And I've got a space just over there in the corner, which I've got to sort out all the stuff that's there, move that out of the way. Then I've got to try and get his trains up here. Then I've got to move some stuff this way to make room for me to get the stuff over in the corner. Find some room for that other stuff. And then sort out all the stuff over behind where my camera is, so I can put some up. I've got stuff in boxes and I've got stuff in plastic boxes. I'm going to put all the plastic boxes over there, all the boxes over here. Oh, but I just don't have the time. Let's have a oh, bloody hell, I can't even bloody say that one. Bambionicle? I don't know. Bambi, I'll just say Bambi. Lovely to see your cool collection. Have you customized any of your normal figures to be new characters or to resemble exclusives? Yes, I do. I can't get to any at the moment. The last one I've done was a combinable scattershot into a Generation 1 kind of looking Flame from the Generation 1 Marvel UK comics. I've customized a Wheeljack, a Generations Wheeljack figure into... Who did I turn that into? A Molebore Wheeljack, which I thought, Molebore Wheeljack from the everything escapes me at the moment. The Diaclone Wheeljack, no, with the Embassy. Is it MC? No, it's Marlborough, isn't it? Fucking Embassy. And that's who used to do the snooker. Yeah, the Marlborough branding on him. So I've done that one. That one come out quite well. And I done a tracks, the Generations tracks, or Reveal the Shield tracks into Action Master Slicer. And I was really pleased with how they turned out. I did a video on them longer time. If you just search through the videos, if you're interested in watching them, they're on there somewhere. But I've done them, and I've done a few other bits. I think I showed off one here just now, actually. If you may have missed it, I'll just show it off again quickly, even though I've just done a bloody bag on there. Which is a Combined Awards Mirage, and I turned him into a Transmetal 2 Dinobot. You can see the head there and different shoulders and everything. And that kind of works. I quite liked it. Simple thing that I've done. I do it sometimes. I don't go nuts doing it. Mainly just through time. I've been wanting to do it more, but again, it's just time. It's weird actually. I thought I had Ramjet. I'm sure I had the white Ramjet, so I don't know where the fuck he's gone. That's good. That is weird. So I really thought I had Ramjet as well. Maybe I don't. Anyway, talking to myself. I do that a lot. Right, so let's get this out of the way. Let's put this one in. So that went here. Then I need to brace it with a bit of bubble wrap, so all those loose figures don't dent the box. Like that, right. So then you're going to go in. What the fuck is I'm sure I had a fucking Legends thingamajig. Maybe I don't know. It's been a long time. So that can go there. Right. That can go there. This bit of thing, right. Whoa! Somewhere around here. So that's going to go on there. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. Any other comments? Is that a box 6 train? Wow. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Resemble exclusives. No, I've never done. Actually, I should have reread that process. No, I've never customized a figure to resemble an exclusive figure. No. Let's have a look. KJ. I say Paul McGann. TV movie how I got into Doctor Who. Really? That's kind of cool. I've never met anyone who got into it through the Paul McGann. Right, so he went on there. Is he going to fit in now? Feels like it's a bit too high now. What's that? What have I done wrong? Not much, I think. Oh, maybe it's not. There we go. I think that's a bit better. We'll see when I put the lid on. Right. Yeah, that feels a bit wrong. I'll sort it out a bit later. Right. So anyway, so that's them. Yeah, I think we really asked about this. This is actually a KO. It's a KO set of Raiden that I bought off eBay a long time ago for the princely sum of £10 from China. But it's a very good. I mean, it's got its flaws, but it's a very good. I've seen worse ones. I signed script. Wow, bloody hell! I saw him actually. I went to the London Comic Con not October just gone, but the year before, and he was there actually. I did see him along with Colin Baker. And I did shake Colin Baker's hand. Was it Colin Baker? I'm sure it's Colin Baker. It couldn't have been no one else. It might have been, could have even been Peter Davison. I can't remember. I shook someone's hand. It fucking escapes me now. Because I said he made my childhood. And he did appreciate it. Even though I said I couldn't afford to get a signature off him. So, but this is a KO. It's a KO set, but I bought this. It's a reproduction box that I bought off eBay for about 40 quid, something like that. But it comes with everything, as in all the styrofoam inside and everything. And it just looks pretty damn good. We've got the action figure expert. Hello. What's up? What's going on? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I was actually sort of like going to end this stream sometime soon, really. But I might even do one later, depending if me and my wife watch a film. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I was going to do one on my Beast Wars figures, or maybe even something else. It depends. I've got some other bits. If I just sort of get this over here, if I move out of the way, see some other bits all over there. Let's look. Going into the classic series, completely new after the TV movie. Colin was my other favourite, and Patrick Troughton. Do you know what? I've never really watched anything with. Oh, hello. What have I done there? I've never watched anything with Patrick Troughton, really. It's probably one of my least watched, even apart from the first Doctor. I watched loads of the John Pertwee stuff when it was repeated on the BBC a long time ago. But I couldn't really get into John Pertwee either, really. Mainly because it seemed that he was always stuck on Earth and didn't really use his TARDIS that much. Just that weird car. That was weird. Yeah. But, you know... I do have a few Daleks. I'm a bit of a Dalek fan. I haven't got no batteries in them. I've all got them down here. There's loads. I've got a few down here, and I've got my this one. I can't see it because I've got the light glaring. I've got a nice the 18-inch one, the fully interactive Dalek, which I keep meaning to do a video on. I just never seem to get around to it because I've got to read the instructions. It comes with this big instruction booklet. Actually, I'll show you now. And I never fully appreciated it when I first bought it a long time ago. So it comes with that, and you've got all the instructions of how to talk to the Dalek and everything. And it's all right. It's not too bad, but it's learning it all. And then you can ask them about stuff. It's actually so it's not full size. It's just 18 inches. But it does look, if I do it like that, it's actually pretty cool because it does kind of look full size, doesn't it? That's actually pretty good. I do like that. Anyway, there we go. But yeah, he's not full size. He's just the 18-inch one. I'll tell you what I'll do. If I come here, there we go. There he is. So it's just that one sort of fit. You can sort of put my head next to it. You can sort of get a better size variance there. I was thinking of buying one. I saw one on eBay actually, like a full-size Dalek, and I was thinking of buying it, just putting it in the garden. That'd be quite cool, but it'd just get ruined out. Right, so anyway, yeah, so that was the instruction box booklet for it. It's quite a cool figure actually. Right, so any other cool stuff I can pull off while I'm here? Not really. Yeah, I think that's about it really. There we go. Okay, the perspective made it look larger. I jumped to my seat when he spun. That's what I mean. I like that perspective actually. I do love those Daleks. I just love the look of them. Great design. I loved it when I was a kid. Something about it just makes you think, oh, wow, that is just so cool. Even the really primitive ones. Let's have a look. Have you ever gotten your hands on a knock? Depends what you mean by knock. I'm sure you'll finish off that sentence, I'm hoping. Anyway, oh dear, my silly brain. Right, what can I show off quickly? There's always saying actually I need to sell some stuff. I'm going to sell some of these. I've got some Energon stuff I want to sell. These are Zoids. I've got some Japanese reissues down there. I've got to find some of my Energon stuff. Someone said actually, do you know? Oh, we go. I'm not. Have you got on your hands on a Metro Titan? I've never got my hands on a knockoff Metro Titan. I have an original Metro Titan, and the quality on that's pretty good. I did have, actually, no, I tell a lie. I did have a knockoff Metro Titan, which I bought when I went on holiday when I was 21 to Magaluf. Because my friend went there the year before. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I went there with you. My mate went there the year before, and he said, he goes, "Oh, I've seen they had like a knockoff Fortress Maximus, and it was on a card." And I thought, nah, it couldn't be on a card. Fortress Maximus, he's like 2 foot tall. But we went there the year after, and he goes, "Oh, I'll take you down to that shop where I saw it." And I thought, well, it's still there, you know, a year later. But it was there, but it wasn't a Fortress Maximus. It was a Metroplex, but it was done in the Metro Titan colours. Well, kind of. But it was on a card, and I bought it, and it cost me like £20. And there's always a funny story between that holiday. It was a dreadful holiday for lots of different reasons. Stuff that other people wouldn't get, but unfortunately, I went with 2 friends, and one of them's dead now. But we used to, it was a nightmare holiday, but we laugh about it now. Some of the stuff that went on, crazy holiday, crazy. But anyway, I bought it, but the quality was really shockingly bad on it. It had loose joints everywhere. And eventually, I picked up an original Metro Titan, and then I thought, well, I'd sell this one because I really have no need for it. And I sold it, and it didn't go for much. It went for like 13 quid. And at the time, I thought, I can't let it go for that much. So I got my mate to try and bid it up, and unfortunately, he won it. So, not that I play that game all the time. Anyway, not so much anymore because I don't sell it much, and usually now I just do all buy it now. Anyway, and then he won it, and then about 6 months later, I thought I'll give it another go, and I put it on eBay. And this time I thought I just want rid, so I just, whatever it goes to, if it's 13 quid again, I'll let it go. And I got 60 quid for it. A guy in Peru bought it, which was really weird. Yeah, but you know, but it looks kind of cool. It had a weird Decepticon insignia, which was kind of like. Hey KO, I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? Nice to see you. I've been showing off my Botcon stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get it all out again now, though. bloody nightmare. But yeah, but there's some nice bits in there if you want to replay it, if you can be bothered. Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people, this is what I was going to say, if I can get it all down quickly. So I bought this a while ago, which was that one. It's going to be released in Smiths, I think, which is kind of cool. I've got to sort through these boxes, can't put too much on it. Right, so I'm going to move this. Someone was saying about builder figures, and there's never been a Transformer builder figure, but there has been, and I'm going to show it off right now. Let's see if I can get to it. I've just got to move about a ton of boxes. Hold on. There we go. I'll probably crush some of my other stuff on it. I've got this to my son. Whether he'll like it or not, I have no idea. Hopefully he's not watching. Anyway, right, we're going to put that there. Right, so we're going to go into one of my Beast Wars boxes. Oh! No, he was in there. I've got moving. Better take him out now. Right, so, a builder figure. Where is it? I just noticed it. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. Let's look. I'll move you out of the way. Come here. Right. So, yeah, so, if we go back to these ones, there's been any other things in it. So, a long time ago, obviously the 10th anniversary Beast Wars figures, we did get a builder figure, which was you could build. Oh, my voice is going now. I've stopped this then. You could build Transmutate, and unfortunately, I didn't get all of the figures. So there's the completed. If I can get it just right, there's the completed Transmutate. But I only got 1 or 2 figures. When in fact, I only got 1. I got Tarantulas because he was my favourite. With these ones, the 10th anniversary figures, they gave them a more show accurate paint job. As you can see from the picture there of Tarantulas, his head has been coloured in properly because the original toy just had a weird, like see-through head or something like that. It wasn't really painted at all. So this time they thought they'd paint it like the TV show, which is kind of cool. But there we go. So they have done a builder figure before a long, long time ago. I really should try and get the rest of them. The only figures that I got from that 10th anniversary line, I bought this one, I bought Optimus Primal and Megatron, and I bought the Japanese reissue of Optimus Primal and Megatron, the Ultra figures, because it came with some, 2-pack with a big CD and stuff. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I thought I'd just show that quickly. And if I do come on later and I do show off some more Beast Wars stuff, see there's the Megatron 10th anniversary one. He comes with I can't remember what their ship was called now, but that is kind of cool. Do like it. Doesn't say what the ship's called, just says Predacon ship. Yeah, but anyway, that was kind of cool. And pop them in there. That goes on top. And I do love Tarantulas. Great figure. Love it. And he can turn into a motorbike. Oh, well, let's have a look. There we go. Oh, I remember those from when they were at Toys R Us. Forgot about Transmutate. That's the thing, so I think a lot of people forget about him, and I usually do as well, and I just remembered it. Apparently the 10th anniversary Dinobots suffers some GPS. So, do you know what? I haven't got that one. If I did, I would only buy them if they were mint in the box anyway. To be fair. Because 99% of my Beast Wars stuff is mint in the box. Anyway, right, so that is about it really. If I do decide to do one later, it all depends on what I'll get to and if I can be bothered. And I'll probably need to charge my phone. Let's have a look. I had no idea they did a build figure. Yeah, so I mean, see, it was a very, obviously, when was it? 10th, so it had been back in what, 2006, 2007, so it was a long time ago. And that is the only one I know of, really. It's kind of cool. I wish I got the rest of the figures. I did try just buying the completed figure on eBay a long time ago, but it went to more money than I wanted to spend on it. So I resolved now that if I ever see them, I might do a search, but you can only get like one, like Rat Trap or something like that. But I need to make sure the boxes is good, because if the boxes are knackered, I'm not interested really, because I have no interest in taking them out of the box. They just look too cool. Right, so anyway, I'm probably going to end this here. I don't know what the time is. It was about 7:30 when I started, 7:30, so it's about 9 o'clock, isn't it? If my wife wants to watch a film, I will probably be back on in about 2 or 3 hours. If she doesn't, then I'll probably be back on in about an hour. Just keep an eye out. If you're interested, I might go through some of those Beast Wars boxes maybe. Or if I can be bothered, I might try and dig something else out. I don't know what. Yeah, all the other stuff is very boring, really. Right, anyway, right. So, no other things there. That, anybody said? So, I'm probably going to go now. So I've been on for over an hour, and I shall see you later, hopefully. If not, it's because I'm busy watching a film. Right, and I'll see if I can have a. Do you know what? I'm going to see if I can have a drink. I don't usually drink, but we'll see. Cool deal. I'll be airborne by then, but if not, I'll catch you then. No problem, man. No problem. Thanks for showing off these rarities. Now we'll head to eBay. Yeah, that's it. See, that's what I'll be on in a minute. Right, bye, Overlord. And I'll still see everyone. I hope everyone has a good day. So if you're in America, it's probably what, mid-afternoon now, early morning, something like And I shall see Bambi. Do you know what? Bambi. I'll see you later. Right, I've got to try and put these back. Right, I shall see everyone. Bye. Bye Action Figure and bye Kato. Cheers, man. Always a pleasure to have everybody here. Right, I shall see you all. I don't know if I'm going to say it. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. All right, here we go. Got to try and stop this now. All right, how do we do it? Here we go. So it goes up there.